It is Leonie Carpenter for Chelsea Fans TV. First things first, I'm with Lewis. Congratulations on your graduation, by the way.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
You are more than welcome. Secondly, fantastic tribute to Matthew Harding today at the Bridge. Absolute club legend, one of our own. Fantastic tribute there. Thirdly, we just beat Norwich 7-0. How do you feel?
Absolutely battered them. There's two different ways I want to look at it. First thing, Norwich are trash. I don't even want to be disrespectful, but they're not a Premier League side. If they play like that every single week, they're going to be gone before March. So I do want to throw that in while we talk about the game, but same way, if you can't praise Chelsea players when they perform like that, then we aren't supporters. We can downplay it all we want and say, yeah, it was Norwich, yeah, they're getting beaten by everyone, they haven't got a win yet this season. They still managed to get up to the Premier League, they still came and tried to give us a match, and we blew them off the park, and it was just another performance that shows why we are title contenders, why we are favourites. That's the best attacking performance I've seen all season.
And that's without Lukaku and Werner as well.
That's the thing. That's gonna become a bit of a conversation because it just confirms what we already knew, that the team is gonna play better without Lukaku because we're much better at counter pressing, and they just understand the players a lot more. It's the same problem that we had with Lukaku over the last 5 or 6 games, but that's a temporary problem. That's gonna get sorted out towards the back end of the season. But that's why these injuries, they weren't really that much of a disadvantage towards us. All it did was allowed us to play a lot more fluid. Big up yourself, bro. Come on, G, let's go. Yeah, it allowed us to play a lot more fluid brand of football. It allowed rotation. It gave HUDSON the chance to impress. Mason Mount as well, straight back into form. We said it would take him a while to get back to speed because he didn't have the pre-season. He's been burnt out throughout all the play last season and in the Euros as well. And he came in and bagged a hat-trick.
How pleasing is it to see him scoring as well? We know that he can do everything pretty much on the pitch. Scoring has not been his strongest point at the minute. How pleasing is it to see him score today?
Literally just as you said it. Mason Mount, the only criticism that people have for him is that he doesn't show up in terms of goals and assists. Guy's just bagged a hat-trick. And again, I don't care if it's Norwich. He's bagged a hat-trick. Let's praise the player when he puts the performances in. That was a brilliant performance from Mount, but it was also a brilliant performance from the rest of the team. I don't want to sugarcoat anyone's performance. The defenders, they did well with the through balls in from Norwich because credit to Norwich, at the very least, they had some incisive passes in the first half. It's just the same problem where we have. From midfield to attack, they just could not connect. And they absolutely struggled in that regard. But it's the same thing you expect from our defence, and it was just an easy performance. I can't really say too much other than that. They did their jobs. In the wings, Ben Chilwell, that's his 3rd goal in 3 appearances for us, and that's the one thing that Marcus Alonso had over him. And now he's turning up with more goals. Now, really and truly, he's our number 1 starter. No one else comes near to him, and there's nothing else that Marcus Alonso has over him at this point. Ben Chilwell is now becoming a much more well-rounded left wing-back for us. Same on the right-hand side. Reece James, just an absolute tank as per usual. Never loses a 50-50. Was perfect on the counter-press whenever they tried to counter-attack us. He was just nicking the ball out of nowhere and was great in build-up play as well. Midfield, Jorginho, Kovacic, unbelievable. Jorginho even popped up with an assist in this game. Kovacic bagged 3 assists in this game, and I don't know if people are going to speak about that as well, but Kovacic's final ball has improved levels this season. Even if it wasn't at the best against Brentford, you could see the vision was there, just the execution wasn't. But today, everything flowed perfectly for him, and Jorginho as well, and they were just perfect at retaining possession and moving it forward. Moving on to the front 3, Kai Havertz, that's the only real downer from today. I don't think he had the best of performances.
Is that a confidence thing, do you think?
Well, I've been saying, statistically, Kai Havertz always struggles at the start of the season, and it does feed into it, but same way, it's you did expect a little bit more from him, and it's the same thing where you just want a stronger finish. He always likes to place these shots, and he doesn't really stick his leg through it, and that means it's always an easier shot for the goalkeeper to deal with. It's those little things that he needs to improve on when he's playing in the middle. But again, he's young. He'll improve. I'm not going to get too much on his neck, especially when we just battered Norwich 7-0. But yeah, Mount, Havertz, HUDSON as well. We finally play HUDSON in his natural position, and he starts to get goals and assists. What a shock. It's about time he started getting the game time in the right position. We've shoehorned in at right wing, we've shoehorned in at right wing back. He's been all right in those positions, but it's not his natural position. He is a left winger. You need to play him at his natural position to get the best performance out of him. He's had 2 games in that position now, and he's bagged 2 goals and an assist in those 2 games. He's going to get more chances as well, and hopefully that gives Tuchel the confidence to play him in bigger games in that position.
I've got to say, I was really excited when I saw the team selection as well, because Callum Hudson-Odoi, for me, he had a point to prove today, and for me, he absolutely proved it.
Yeah, like 1v1's excellent. The final ball was there, finishing was there as well. And for the second half, like, it's not even just him, the rest of the team, but they just continue to build in confidence, and then the goals continue to rake in. They got that stupid ass red card as well after the 5th goal came in. Even the VAR decision was against Norwich. Like, if you're a Norwich fan, that was the worst ever 90 minutes. Not even just for the result, for the way the goals came in, the penalty, VAR bringing it forward, then bringing it back for whatever happened to bring it back for the second penalty. I don't even know. I'm going to just take it for what it is. But yeah, for Norwich's peak, but for us, absolutely flawless performance from the top to the bottom. And it's the sort of results that you're expecting from the teams at the bottom of the table. Like, last few years, these are the sort of games that we struggle with. Norwich's, Bournemouth's, West Ham, when they were a lot lower down in the table. These are the sort of games that we drop points in. Now, we're looking at as easy runs of games, and we're not worried. And it's the confidence that the team has in us. And yeah, we should be beating Norwich, and we should be beating the likes of Malmo and Burnley and these sorts of teams. But we struggled in these sorts of games. Now we're not struggling in these sorts of games. These are the little things that change us from top 4 contenders to title contenders. It's dominating these sorts of games. So just long may it continue.
Exactly, and another clean sheet as well for Paul Scholes to enjoy.
Yeah, big up Scholes. I'll be real, I'm not going to criticise him because I want to get invited back onto the overlap. But yeah, it's been a bit of a sticky week for him. I'm going to just leave it there and I'm not going to say anything more. But yeah. Can
we just say lastly as well, I'm disregarding that it was an own goal. I'm going to say Chelsea, 7 goals, all English players as well. How pleasing is that?
Which one?
It was down as an own goal for the HUDSON ODOI.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I thought.
According to BBC Sport, it was.
Oh, okay. That's the one downer from today then. But
no, let's not end on that. Let's end on a high. Tell me something good.
Champions of Europe. Soon to be Club World Cup winners. Soon to be Premier League champions. We're winning everything. Up the AC Hive. Joe Hive in the building. Let's go. Up the Chelsea.
Thank you, Lewis.